The first thing to do is remove the strimmer end. I've already removed the guard. I've taken the bolt off the end, and this simply slides off the shaft. Next you will need a propeller. This is an alloy propeller, and this served its purpose for a season, but as you can see, after a bit of use, it broke up at the edges. I replaced this after the first season, and there was no problem with the engine or anything. It just got on and did it. The clutch worked perfectly, no problems at all. 2-blader. I then replaced the 2-blader with this super propeller, which is actually a smaller diameter. It's more like 7 centimeters and just under 2.5 inches. Once you've got your propeller, and I've got mine here, you need to adapt this to this. Now this has only got a small hole in it, which is this bolt size here. That is, I think that is a 6mm bolt. He goes in there, but the bolt in there is more like, that's an 8mm bolt, sorry. You need to make an adapter. This is an automotive bolt. It's got a 10mm thread at one end, which I've drilled out on a lathe. You can get someone else, anyone with a lathe can do this because it makes it centre. And then this end, the 8mm end, screws straight into the Ryobi shaft. Just give that a nip up. There's the correct span on. Why the bloody hell that spun here just now? This is the trouble when you've got it. Never do anything really too tight. You don't need it too tight. If you like, you can use a bit of Loctite on the propeller bolt. There you have it. One 3-bladed propeller, which the 25cc engine can drive. Unfortunately, this propeller is too much for the 25cc Ryobi P unit. I will explain why. This is a Ryobi 25cc PLT 2543Y. It's a bent shaft strimmer, or weed basher, or whatever. I think they call them weed whackers in America. It has a separate unit which can be plugged in at this point here. It has a diaphragm carburetor, so it will run in any position. It's very easy to start, tuck 1 or 2 pulls and she's away. But the problem I had with this propeller on here is that the propeller is so efficient, being a 3-blader, that it caused the clutch to slip. This is the clutch housing here. It only takes one tool to dismantle this. So you just loosen each bolt off, and I will show you what damage this has caused inside. It completely burnt all the plastics. And this is the problem if you fit a propeller that's too big. This is all plastic stuff. This is the cheapest strimmer I could buy for this job. inside we have the clutch unit, which is this thing here. So now what we do, there's too much going in there to turn that. Right, this is a centrifugal clutch. The problem with centrifugal clutches is that they need RPM or revs to get going. This is the damage that the clutch did. As you can see, it's completely burned all the way around here. It caused this to fail on the other side. I had to make comprehensive adjustments because it completely warped and ruined this whole housing. This whole housing here is all one piece. I'm very, very lucky to have got away with this, because this clutch was burning its head off with that little propeller. So I stress, you must get the right propeller. So what I did, leave the clutch intact. So what we did, what I did, drilled this out to, I think that's about an M5, tapped it out, measured into to this point here, so I've got the bolt lengths exactly right, screwed the bolts in, a bit of Loctite, ground off the bolts slightly on the outside so they didn't touch the housing inside here, and then simply replaced it to there. Nip it up gently. There you have it. That clutch now is fixed solid. The bolts are going into the clutch, spraying them out a little bit, and once the clutch screws against the engine, that's it, solid. I could do with a 35cc strimmer head motor to deal with that propeller properly. With the engine being fixed now, that means the propeller goes around all the time. But for my design of boat mounting, it doesn't matter, because I simply lift the propeller out of the water, or I cut using this kill switch here. Now with plastics, just the gentlest nip is all that's required to keep it together.